Hello everyone, welcome back to Aniki Nikki. I'm your Aniki Pato, and today we're going to be enjoying ourselves playing a little bit of Katamari Damacy reroll. So, you'll notice it doesn't say Katamari Damacy Encore as I am playing the English version. The reason being, I did play the Japanese version both on PlayStation 2 and on this, and it's not really that different in terms of like how the king talks and the cutscenes and stuff like that. So what I thought might be fun to do instead is kind of explain the Japanese stuff that's around town. Maybe you are not familiar. Maybe, I mean, if you watch a lot of anime and stuff, you might understand what some of the stuff is anyway, but you know, there might be stuff that you don't know either. Break roll in opposite direction. There we go. So, you know, I thought that might be fun. We'll just skip through this stuff real quick. One thing I did notice actually in the Japanese version was that these moves here, the charge roll, the quick turn, the look, and the jump, are the princely jump and princely all that kind of stuff. So it was a kind of strange thing to take out. I'm not really sure why they did that, but so if you've never played this game before, you are truly missing out, as the basic story is that your father, the king of all cosmos, gets really drunk and busts up a bunch of stars in the skies, and you gather stuff from around the house and around town, and then you throw it up and you explode it into a big star. So, no, it was indeed not a dream. We really did it. The king of all cosmos has really done it. A sky full of stars. We broke it. Now, one thing to note in the Japanese version is that he doesn't say we, like ware ware or something like that. He says Osama, and he talks in all katakana except for when he says Osama and a couple other things, which makes it really irritating to read if you're like me and you much prefer kanji over like all hiragana, all katakana stuff. Yes, we were naughty, completely naughty. So very sorry. But just between you and us, it felt quite good. Not that we can remember very clearly, but we were in all nature's embrace. We felt the beauty of all things. Sorry, I know, like I enjoy the DJ scratching noise, but it's really slow. And felt love for all. That's how it was. Did you see? We smiled a genuine smile. Did you see? The stars splintering in perfect beauty. So many there used to be, almost a nuisance. Now there's nothing but darkness. 'Tis but a dream, but a beautiful one. But in that part in Japanese, he says da kedo, and they put the hearts in between those syllables. So that was a pretty good choice, I think. That miraculous, fabulous moment has passed. It's over. We came to and found everyone furious. Even the king of all cosmos was not spared their wrath. Really, everybody was irate. So anyway, Pee-wee Prince, hurry up and bring back the glorious starry sky. Our problem, your problem, yes? You owe us your existence, we collect on the debt, yes? Hand in hand, always there, yes? The very definition of a father-son bond, yes? Alright then, get cracking. Sending things to Earth. So, you get a little tutorial stage before anything. So, the other reason I wanted to play in English is because I wanted to see what they called all the items in English. As you pick up an item, it will tell you what you picked up in the bottom left-hand corner. So, you know, I thought maybe there'd be some things that they translated or some things that they even slightly changed to make it more easily understandable. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, let's go. So far, nothing special. I'm just gonna collect all this stuff on this table. You have these little caramel mints here. They're called, or not mints. Why is it mints? They're like they're chewy. They're caramel chews, not like a Werther's or something like that. They're very, very soft. You got these little soy sauce packs. I think that this fish design was like Kikoman solo, like little packs. Normally you see it in little plastic things like you would get in other parts of the world as well. So this is Mandarin piece when it was for Mandarin Orange, which I think these days we just call them Mikan, even in English. But oh well, it was a different time. It's 15 years old, right? Like, we have eye drops, yeah. So you hear it says milk caramel on the box. Of a little, so this is the box for the caramel chews. Yeah. So we've got, what's this? Super Moji Guriko. So these are like erasers, yeah, hard erasers. These are not the kind that you see a lot around just some shogi pieces. The fu is it's like their pawn if you play chess. So those types of erasers, actually the really most common one you've probably seen in anime is like this white eraser that comes in a black and blue little shell. And it says Mono, that's the name of the brand. Those are the most common ones. I forgot they don't let you go after the fact on the tutorial level, but that's okay. Sorry if you don't know how to play the game, buy it and play it. It's very good. So 10 centimeters, huh? It was the first goal, but it's not very exciting, is it? Next time we want a much bigger one. The most thing you collect, the thing that you collect the most of is Earth really is full of things. So stationary was the thing. Well, we will now release it into the sky. So, as you gain more freedom, you're allowed to collect more. And the amount that you collect will determine like if he thinks it's a good star or not. So obviously we want to get the best. Yeah, so there's no auto saving this. Oops, I don't want to over my other save. There's no autosave because it was a PS2 game and they were like, we don't want to do that. But oh well. Oh, why did I do that? I quit the game. So he says see you again in the Japanese version. He says mata ashita. That's why I did it. Oh my god, it cut. Oh, it quit out of the whole game. We are don't worry. We're coming back. As we say in Japanese, hoso jiko. Oh, come on. OBS, please. Please. Okay, good. Alright, nobody saw that. It's okay. Alright, we're going back in. There's this wonderful little intro video. I will not show right now because it takes a long time. But again, you can see it online, or you can buy the game and play it yourself. So we're gonna go to Make a Star 2. We'll go back to Make a Star 1 and see if he lets us redo it. So Magandang Tongalipo, sorry if I butchered that. Have you ever been to the Philippines? We stopped in the day before yesterday. We hope you could visit during the days rolling, like that's possible. Oh yes, a royal present for the hardworking prince. That's what we were thinking, while playing catch with your present. And it went down to earth, just fell to earth. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it. So there are presents in certain levels. Maybe it's every level, I don't remember. that you can pick up, and you can customize your prints. In the second game, they add cousins where you can change the prints, but that's the second game. Alright, so let's go ahead and start picking stuff up. So we've got more shogi pieces here. You can see they're still the same fu as before, but now they have to written on the back of them, because in shogi you can upgrade your pieces like in chess, but they all have what they, instead of replacing it with the queen or whatever, they have it printed on the back. Ooh, that was bad. A 10 yen coin. Obviously real 10 yen coins are more round, unless these are just an old design that I've never seen before. So we can't pick up these batteries yet, but these are pachinko balls. So I think, I feel like in the Japanese one, maybe I was not remembering correctly, but I thought it was pachinko like slingshot rather than like the gambling game, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. There are more shogi pieces. There was like the bishops and what would be, here's full shogi set. Say it's very similar to the setup of the chessboard, but you can't move backwards except for some very small or some very specific pieces, which makes it, you have to commit to your things a little bit more. So over here they have these batteries, right? And I thought an interesting thing is, I didn't get to see what they wrote. Let's see if I could get this one. So it just says battery, but so in Japanese we actually usually call these kandenchi, not just denchi, because you know they are shaped like cans. And there's a lot of different types of batteries. So like a computer battery is not shaped like a can, so it's not called a kandenchi. But these kandenchi, so the major other type is the circle type batteries, like you would put in a watch, which I think we just usually call watch batteries in English, but in Japanese they call them botan denchi, so like button batteries, which I thought that was kind of interesting thing to, you know. I mean, of course, if you just say denchi, like that's enough for anyone, but you know, you could also say, you could be really, you know, people impressive and say, oh, you're a kandenchi. It's up to you if you want to be cool like that, I guess. So these ones look more like the very, very common eraser. I'm pretty sure that's what they were basing them off, because they are such a mainstay in culture. Like the pink eraser in America is very much the same kind of thing. All right, so this is the name of this display sword. It's Asahikari, for the morning light. Cool name for a sword. We got some ohashi chopsticks up there. Something that I don't understand, so maybe someone can tell me, is you know, they have this word otemoto on chopsticks, and a long time ago I asked my Japanese teacher, why do chopsticks that I get from sushi places say otemoto on them and not ohashi? And she basically said, I don't know. And she's like, no one calls them otemoto, but it's on the, even in Japan, that's what it says when you go to like convenience store or something like that. So here's there's some paint here. It says for buildings, like, so I guess they're gonna paint the doghouse. Got some little Santas here. Not very Japanese, but that's okay. All right. Now here, if you're you know, a Pokemon fan, I'm sure you'll immediately recognize this as a bottle of ketchup. they're generally in these plastic bottles rather than the glass ones like we have in America. Kind of interesting. Maybe not. I just picked up a indoor shoe, often called an uabaki. You might recognize that word if you watched the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, because when he goes to school, the teacher's flipping out at him for wearing his shoes inside, and she keeps saying uabaki, and he says uabaki, and she's like uabaki, uabaki. It's actually pretty funny scene, and it can definitely be accurate for how life in Japan is when you're very, very new, especially if you don't speak Japanese, and you're just like, people keep yelling like a word at you, and you're like, whoa, that's a word. I don't know what it means, but it is a word. So, you know, you can... I think that movie has some parts that are really, really accurate to the life of in Japan, and really, really awful as well, but like completely wrong. Like that would never happen, or I've certainly never experienced that kind of stuff, but you know, oh well. I got a can of coffee. Canned coffee in Japan is so popular. My favorite is Boss. You can get them hot and cold from vending machines and stuff like that. It's very, very cool. What's that? So we get girly cell phone. Of course, this game is very old, so pre-smartphone. You saw they had, I think it had a popular thing in a while. After the iPhone became popular in Japan, was they stopped having a space for phone straps, which was a very big thing in Japanese culture. So what they started to do is they included these little things that you could put into the headphone slot instead, and kind of act like a charm, like you would normally use. But I'm not sure that they were ever popular in America. This mosquito coil, this is, we call it Katori Senko, or Katori Senko. So Senko is like incense, so it's basically like mosquito removing incense. And what you do is you burn it, and it smells like incense, but it keeps mosquitoes away pretty well. I have a electric one, where you put it's like a diffuser, so there's like a little liquid in it, and it diffuses the liquid into gas, and it keeps the mosquitoes away pretty well. And it works wonderfully. It doesn't smell either, which is nice. So here, this time he's very happy with the size of my Katamari, so we are moved to tears by the size of this thing. Happy, so happy. We want to turn it into a star right now. Here, this is our royal present. There we go, so we got the present. Guess what? Guess what it is? It's a muffler. The thing that you collected the most of is the stationery. As we get bigger, it'll be like living things, buildings. It's pretty great. We will now release it into the sky. We're gonna make this into like, it'll be like the stationary stars. The perfect score. I love these.
そろそろ出発しますよ。はーい。
臨時ニュースです。星空が突如なくなってしまいました。原因は現在調査中とのことです。
Wait, wasn't the PS2 version of this dubbed in English? Am I remembering it wrong? I swear to God, I remember the girl saying, I feel the cosmos in English. Is there like a setting to do? Well, as you can see, let's see. I'm gonna put on my scarf as well. As you can see, it's very normal. Yeah, no, there's nothing you can do. What about this guy? Control config? No. Well, I don't know about that. I swore it was in English before, but I don't know. Alright, well, let's make star 3. I think it was still inside the house. It might be in the park this time. Boa tarde. I'm really sorry if I'm speaking your language right or wrong. Have you ever been to Portugal? We were there yesterday. This is all the same. He says the exact same lines in Japanese. We hope you can visit during the days rolling. Like that's possible. Oh, yes. Almost forgot. Sorry, big yawn there. Oh, yes. A royal present for the hardworking prince. That's what we were thinking, but we sort of tossed it down to earth. We had an issue and just sort of pitched it away. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it. So, yeah, we're outside now. Okay. So, I remember there's a couple interesting things out here. Kind of Japanese stuff, right? So we're going for 50 centimeters, no problem. Alright, so we got these cherries and stuff. Obviously that is not super Japanese. I mean, that's just how it is, right? So we have Mushikila. Oh, super strength. So these are like, it's generally used for cockroaches. But it works on everything. It's like a little poison spray. Of course, we do have those kind of like roach motel type traps as well, but... So, oh yeah, you know what? I thought that this might be the case. When I was playing this in Japanese before, I noticed that this says... It says wood glue, but in the English version they write super glue, which is fine. But I just thought that was interesting that they chose to say super glue instead of wood glue. So here we have some canned saba, I think it was. It's a type of fish. Toothbrushes, yeah. And here we have a capital machine, a gacha gacha, or a gashapon, depending on where you're from. It's kind of a regional thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. No one's going to correct you on the way that you say it, except for maybe some arrogant Americans who are sure that they are speaking Japanese the right way. But these machines are designed pretty neat because they're all on wheels normally, so you can. These ones are not, but you can rearrange them. You could stack them on top of each other and stuff. It's really cool. It's also very handy when you drop your 100 yen coin behind the machine and it has to be picked up. So it's very easy to pick it up if you can just slide the machine over. You don't have to call anyone or anything like that. It would be great if they made arcade machines like that too, because it is not super fun. Oh, so here, this is a backpack, right? This is like the super standard design of backpacks in Japan, specifically for elementary school students. They're called randoseru, which I believe comes from a German word for backpack or something like that. They're specifically for elementary school students, and this is kind of interesting recent development. In the past, they were black for boys and red for girls, and so they also elementary school students wear hats where they have a brimmed, like a baseball cap style. So here, look, this is a boy's backpack, where the other one I think was red, which would make it a girl's backpack. So, oh, here's some geta. They're the kind of shoes that you wear with yukata. I guess not shoes, it's not the right way. There's some dried squid, ikayaki, or hoshi ika maybe. So, anyway, they changed it recently so that, well, alright, I guess I should explain first. Many cities in Japan, as kind of a support, will give you a randoseru for free when your child starts elementary school. Not all cities, but some cities do this. So normally you don't get a choice. They say, is your child a boy or a girl, and then they give you the appropriate randoseru. But recently they have started to change it so that you can decide the color on your own, whether it is black or pink or black or red. They also added to my city this year, they added dark, like navy blue, and they added pink. So you could choose black, blue, red, or pink. And I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, red is a cool color, and I thought that there's probably some boys who would have wanted to choose red, but You know, they don't want to get called a girl or whatever. And there's probably some girls who would prefer black, and there's probably some children who don't think that their Landoseru color should be determined by what they look like. So, you know, I'm always for more options. I think that's a really great thing that they decided to do. And, yeah, you know, pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't think I picked up anything special in that little, you know, sidetrack, but these pet bottles, I don't think we call them pet bottles in English, do we? But they're just plastic bottles. It's a kind of recycling category, if I understand correctly. There is a soy sauce bottle there too, which again, you know, soy sauce. I think that in America generally when you see soy sauce, it's like in glass containers, but when you buy soy sauce at home in Japan, you buy this big bottle like it was there, because you can use it for like not a condiment, but like an ingredient in our cooking. And you know, you need a lot. So here's a mayonnaise packet as well. If you watch Gintama, I'm sure you recognize that immediately. Again, no jar, just like the ketchup didn't come in. What do they call it? Can I view it? No, I can't. All right, let me go get the red one, and I'll see if I would say they probably call it like a school backpack. Oh, here. If you play on... Oh, okay. The watering can first. The little elephant-shaped watering can. I have that. It is very common. Yeah, new driver sign. So, that is correct. This is a new driver sign. But, technically, that mark is used to mean beginner in anything. It is... When you begin a new driver in Japan, you have to... If you are converting from an international driver's license like I did, you don't have to do this, but you have to put this magnet on your car for like, I think it's 2 years, maybe it's less, to signify that you are a new driver. And if you don't, and you get in an accident or get a ticket or something, you get in big trouble. It's very serious. But you will see that everywhere. If you play like fighting games, they often have like that next to beginner. So, did I already pick up? Oh, we got a Hina Ningyo here. Yeah, 3 ladies in waiting. So that's a Hina Ningyo. This thing too is kind of a Hina. Oh, there it is. Let's see what they say. Girl's backpack. Yeah, okay, so they actually did put in that that little detail. That was interesting. There's some slippers here. This triangle thing over there, I don't think I can get it anymore. Is it's used to put like vegetables, leftover food that you're not going to eat. Instead of throwing it directly in the trash, they'll throw it in. Well, they'll put a little bag in it, and they'll throw it in that, strain it, and then they'll throw it out afterwards. It's called namagumi, or raw trash. It's a funny way to think about it, but. There's some stuff in this that I don't really understand why it's there. Like these bells, like I don't know why that they're there. I mean, this is not something that you would see. This inkstone, though, you know, if you do calligraphy, you need this. You take a block of ink and you add water and you rub it onto your inkstone, and that's what produces ink. Now, so kids will do that in school and stuff. However, recently, it's become more popular to just use pre-made ink. It takes less time, and but it can be messy. So you really don't want to get that ink on your clothes. It's very, very, very difficult to get off, and it happens a lot. And so you'll see a lot of kids with, like, if you work in a school. You will see a lot of kids with ink stains all over their school jerseys. So the doghouse there said Taro on it. Oh, here we go. Hino Yojin also. Taro is like the basic name, like the John Smith of Japan. You could be like Suzuki Taro. And then the Hino Yojin is means beware of fire, basically. You see those everywhere. They're often, they have like a graphic on it or something. And in the winter time, where people have their kotatsu and stuff on, you'll often have fire trucks that go around and ring their bell, like ding 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 ding, driving around neighborhoods, and it's basically them being like, hey, did you remember to turn off the stove? Hey, did you remember to turn off all this crap so you don't burn down your house? In the very, very, very olden days, they would have people who would go around with wooden blocks and slap them together, and you say Hino Yojin, and they go out and go Kong Kong Hino Yojin. So that was a thing, especially back in the day when they were actually like heating with real open fires, right?
ねえねえ、さっきテレビで星がなくなったって言ってたよ。
ほほほ、そんなことがあるものですか。さあタクシーが来ましたよ。
Yeah, so pretty straightforward.
本当に言ってたのにな。なあ。
This girl has a little mark on her cheek. I don't know if you can see it in the capture, but like I thought my monitor got a scratch in it when I was playing before. I got really freaked out, and it went away when she disappeared. So it's like, okay, it's not. So we're going to do Make Star 4. Make Cancer is you have to pick up as many crabs as possible, and I just want to do Make Star 4 instead. Probably end on this for today. Have you ever been to Spain? It's our other homeland. I think he said Buenos Dias. I wasn't looking at the screen. We hope you can visit during the days rolling, like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes, a royal present for the hardworking prince. That's what we were getting when we lost it on Earth. Did we pick up a present in the last one? I don't think we did. Shoot. Sometimes, if you don't pick up the present fast enough, you get too big and you can no longer pick it up. So I'll have to check the present box after this. See if we got one. So this time we're rolling around inside the house again. Already we can see a little bit different is there's mahjong tiles on the thing here. We've got some Hatsus, one of the dragon tiles. They're normally green. And we have the best song in the game, bar none. I don't care what you say. This is the best song. Don't even at me. You can at me, but you're wrong. I love this song. This was actually featured in Katamari Forever, the PS3 one, where they basically like combine all the games together. But it was a cover of the song, and it was done by a really popular J-pop artist. And I actually like this one a little bit better, for what it's worth. But oh well. What are you gonna do? I've got some mice running around. The average house does not have so many mice, but I mean, everything in this game is a little bit different. I mean, there's no bears. Like that guy's a bear. There's no bears in the normal house either. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh, that was bad. Oh, what's going on? Okay, ooh, I got out. Sorry, I hope that didn't like make you sick or something. Alright, now we got some 9-volt. So they call them 9-volt batteries in this one. There's a different word. I think that you can just call them kondenshi as well, despite not being the case. So what is this? This one's skeidenshi. But 9-volt that is correct. That is what they are. So now we can go outside. We got the shogi thing outside now instead. This monkey, not very Japanese, giant cat. I probably should have picked up some more stuff in the house first. This is, this is very big. Everything out here is big. Yeah, we got the wood glue, super glue thing going on again. This is probably a mistake. Oh well. Can I pick up snails now? No. Well, yes. You just gotta knock them over once. There's a couple different like categories of size in this, where like you could pick up stuff instantly, or stuff is too small for you to pick up anymore. Then there's like I just have with the snails there, where it's big enough that you can pick it up if you knock it over first. And usually when it gets to that level, they'll start running away from you if they can. So like humans and stuff will always run away, and they'll usually like scream too. It's really weird. They're like, ah! It's pretty funny. I think the next stage is the outside one, maybe. So we have here is Asagal, or morning glories. Very, very popular flowers in Japan. I think they're called morning glories in English. If they're not, sorry. I'm not a flower guy. But they are, I've watched them be grown a lot when I was working in schools. They're very popular. From what I understand, they're not that difficult to grow, which makes them great for a classroom full of kids. I think it was featured in like, was it Jujutsu Kaisen, where they're like, oh, he's so dumb. He tried to, we were supposed to be raising Asagal, and his was like, he grew something else, but then he was like, oh, I did have Asagal. And everyone's like, no, you didn't. But he like won't admit it, won't accept it. Maybe it wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe it was something else. It's something I watched recently, so. Alright, so we've got some toothpaste. Not really designed on anything in particular, so that's a bummer. We don't want to, this is all like, we've got 100% orange juice. Yeah, canned mackerel is saba in Japanese. That's what I was saying when it came up on the last one. And here we got a bunch of uwabaki, right? Indoor shoes. We got their fake superhero. So these dolls I mentioned before, called Hina dolls. You put them out for Girls' Day, which is on March 3rd. Well, actually, sorry, you don't put them out on Girls' Day. You put them out until Girls' Day, and then you're supposed to take them down. But a lot of people leave them up a little bit longer anyway, like a Christmas tree, because they just like them. I mean, it's a fun seasonal thing to do. You're supposed to do it, especially if you have a female child. So, you know, that's a fun thing. There's a separate thing for boys called kabuto. Ooh, come on. Where on it's called Children's Day instead of Boys' Day, but it's May 5th during Golden Week. It's the same thing where you put it out until May 5th, and you're supposed to take it down afterwards. You can get these big helmets, like little suits of armor, based off different famous samurai. So there are some that are super popular. I got one based off Tate Masamune for my son because he's my favorite samurai. So, but he's pretty. I mean, Tate Masamune is not uncommon by any means, but definitely not the most popular. Like if you go to a specialty store, you'll probably find them. But if you go to like a department store where they also happen to sell those during that time, don't think you see a lot of Tate Masamune designs. So. We can go to the 50 centimeter area now. Small pylon. Leaflet. They're called chirashi in Japanese, in case you're wondering. Some toilet paper. An ostrich chick, okay. Yeah, they're not really hanging around Japan too much. So there's another black boy's backpack. Oh, Jesus. Here we have some Daruma. Daruma, I think that everyone has probably seen, but may not know what they do. Daruma you buy at New Year's, and you only color in one of their eyes, and you make a wish. And there's different color Daruma for different types of wish. The red Daruma is just like the catch-all, whatever you want guy. Oh, what a nice Katamari. Tough fit with a soft field. From this far, we'd like to have much bigger and much nicer. Okay, so we've reached our goal. But anyway, once your Daruma, once you get your wish, you draw in the other eye, and that kind of like signifies your Daruma has completed its duty. But then what do you do, right? Well, you can't throw it away, right? I mean, that would be bad. You can't leave it up forever, right? So what they do actually is you take it to a shrine the next New Year's, and they have a collection basket where you put in all of your like lucky stuff that you bought in the previous year. Like there's arrows that you buy, lucky arrows. You're supposed to break them, but it's kind of like feels like a waste because they're really cool looking arrows. You can also get little signboards that have your name or your child's name written on them by a Shinto priest. Pretty cool stuff, very popular items. Of course, you can get maneki neko and stuff, and omamori, which are little charms, protective charms. You see them a lot in anime. They're like, I made this protective charm for you. Those are called omamori. It just means to protect, right? Oop, nope, couldn't get in there. Another Hina doll. It's some seat cushions called zabuton in Japanese, and kokeshi doll. I can't remember where kokeshi are. There's a specific place that is famous for making kokeshi. Like, it's their item. If you're familiar with, if you've ever been to Japan or if you've lived there for a while, you start to find out that everywhere has something that it's famous for, and that it's pretty like nationally known. Like what? Oh my God! There's a present. Oh no! Come on, get it. Oh, did I get it? No, it didn't make a ding sound. Wait, did I get it? Oh no! Oh, I got it. All right, good. Now I just gotta make sure I don't knock it off by accident. Alright, so anyway, I don't remember where exactly the kokeshi is, like what the place is that it's from, but everywhere has something. So you talk about Sendai is famous for beef tongue, my town is famous for anglerfish cooking, Osaka is famous for takoyaki, and also yakisoba, and also their version of okonomiyaki and stuff. So, you know, that's a thing. So yeah, anyway, I think that's about it for this time. We got our Katamari made. We got our present. Oh, we got a champion belt. The thing we collected of this was probably is games, because we picked up all those Mahjong tiles, we picked up Shogi tiles, all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna keep going through. I mean, obviously, as the more we play, the less new stuff there's gonna be to see, but watch this first.
続報です。星空に回復の兆しが見え始めました。原因は現在調査中とのことです。
早く来なさい。
ねえ、今度は星が増えてきたみたい。
はいはい、早くしないと飛行機が出てしまいますよ。
本当に言ってたのにな。
Yes. So, let's take a look at our presents. So unfortunately, it looks like we did miss the present in the one. Wait, where did my scarf go? Oh, there it is. I like the scarf more. Alright, well, anyway. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!